at our risks and challenges, more look at our possibilities. There are business models behind all this, the ability to create a very large number of jobs locally, providing we all team up. And what I will be talking about is not the solution to the problem. It's only one of the little tools that we need to have in our overall toolbox, starting with impacting the behaviors of consumers all over the continent. That was a cool video, but it without the sound. Again, it just to re-emphasize the need to really look at the problem from a very different perspective. We started on this in 1993. The range of products which are starting with Ecoflex as the first one, which is polybutylene succinate. So it's made from fossil feedstock. And then gradually it evolved towards trying to bring into the compounds more and more ingredients with natural origin. And the entire solution package turned into what has been called later on EcoVio, which depending upon the application that you are targeting, depending upon the solution that you are trying to provide, is more or less a combination of a range of polymers that I will describe. What makes it very relevant for Africa is that we've seen across the continent over the past 2 years a very rapid change in the overall packaging environment. We all know the story about bags. Now the ban about plastic bags is getting momentum across the continent. But we also see in the area, and I'll be giving you a specific example on injection molding, on paper coating, and even application into the agri sphere, which are really getting momentum. What are we talking about when we talk about biodegradable? And we need to be very, very specific. Eventually, the product will disappear from the environment. It will not happen by itself. We're talking about compostable. It means that the product during application is perfectly stable. It will only biodegrade after it has been used. And that's what you can see here. Because of the unique composition of the systems and the polymers, they are highly sensitive to microbial attack when they are, for example, put into a natural environment. And in 3 to 4 weeks, they completely vanished from the environment. So they are extremely biocompatible. But it doesn't mean that if you throw them on a beach, they will disappear by itself. We really need to be very, very sure about what we are talking about. And this is not the unique solution. This is only one to be used depending upon what the end use of your particular application will be. And I'll try to give you some example. Again, when we talk about EcoVio, we talk about a pretty large range of technologies, depending upon the application that you want to tackle. They all are bearing the same features. They are typically bio-based, and they have a sizable but viable bio-based content coming from, as I see, biodegradable polymers. What are bioplastic? As I said in the beginning, the first generation of bioplastic back in the late 90s were mostly polybutylene succinate, but over the years, and particularly over the past 10 years, the addition of polylactic acid and polyhydroxy alkanoate to the blends allowed for the inclusion of pretty large quantity of renewable raw material into the system, which makes it attractive in many, many applications. Again, it is a reality today, and EcoVio systems are used all over the world. Of course, one of the prominent use for this are the coffee pods, Nespresso type. But even in India now we have t-shirt bag, plastic bags for compostable applications in the communities, and it is approved to use for use all across the globe. So what are we talking about? I think one of the most prominent application is in the area of injection molding. There are two things which are interesting to mention, at least from what we see happening today in the market. The first one is you don't need to change equipment in order to incorporate or use those polymers. They run on standard line and conventional machines. They also run on single or multi-purpose tools, But what we have seen, and you may have heard the ban over the past couple of months in some countries for single-use plastics. We are talking mostly straws, we are talking mostly plastic spoons, and we see a rapidly increasing demand for this type of polymers in the area of single-use units, for which they are highly valuable. Of course, what has made that technology rather famous and well spread is for the t-shirt bags. Nothing to say except that here again, whenever you want to play with EcoVio type of technologies, you don't have to change your equipment. They run on exactly the same equipment that the one you would use for standard polyethylene bags, and depending upon what you are looking for, you will not see a difference in terms of mechanical resistance or, let's say, finished in-use properties. The only difference is that they are biodegradable via composting, but most importantly, and that's the use in many emerging markets, like in India, for example, they are used to get rid of organic matters, whether they are kitchen residues, food residues, or even human waste residues, directly going into, let's say, industrially compostable units. But this is currently being tested in Calcutta, big time, with very successful results, particularly in an area where the ban for plastic bags is in place. It is a major headache because you can't today have cost-affordable solutions that would replace the standard plastic, but you have niches for which this type of technology can bring value, and the pilot being run in India, I think, will provide some very interesting elements for Africa. One piece which is, I think, interesting from a Nigerian perspective. I mean, we all know the post-harvest losses in Nigeria. We all know the tomato story when you lose 46% after harvest. There are data which I think were kind of overlooked in the beginning, which would be very meaningful in this particular geography, which indicate that preserving tomato, for example, because that's the most impressive here, we have a 4x, you can't see, but compare with storage in standard polyethylene bags, storage in EcoVio bags, you have a 4x increase in shelf life, which is very significant. It doesn't solve the overall post-harvest losses by itself, but when combined with proper transportation, proper cold chain solutions, and what you will see next, which is all the solution around shrink films, there are definitely areas where the cost disadvantage, so to speak, is completely overweighed by the saving in the complete value chain that you are bringing. The shrink films is an area that we see rapidly growing as well, not only in the space of food, for mostly food security or food safety topics. We can even see that now in Nigeria, but even in the area of plastic bottling, where huge amounts of plastic are completely wasted without any cost-effective, reliable options being available. I just added this one this morning because I think it's somehow relevant, and I've seen quite a number of exhibitors in that particular space, which deals with extrusion coating. There are more and more single-use dispensers which would definitely benefit from the inclusion of biocompatible or biodegradable polymer systems. This is rapidly growing in East Africa. We'll see how those things do develop themselves in West Africa, but this is probably a space which will grow very fast. Farming, needless to say how important that is for us. I mean, everybody knows the use of polyethylene films in the fields. This is also creating a problem on itself. I mean, polyethylene is a pretty nasty plastic to deal with from a microplastic and microfermentation standpoint. They are looking for solutions here. The cost is obviously not a showstopper, but this is a major component, and this can only be addressed when you have either massive improvement in yield, which will overweigh the added cost that you have coming from the solution, or when the price of the crop, the street value of the crop is high enough to justify going for this type of technologies. I'll close it here. I hesitated a bit as a conclusion side. I think there are so many applications in that particular space that I would encourage everyone in that packaging value chain to engage with us. We have on the ground here in Lagos. We have technical support. We will have a lab soon, and we would be very, very happy to share not only our ideas, but most importantly, the idea that you have about your own lead. Thanks very much for your attention.